Opening night was a thrilling success for the Miami Heat. The third championship banner in 8 seasons was raised to the rafters. Diamonds sparkled all over the court as each player received their hard-earned championship rings. And the Heat gave their fans a reason to celebrate as they teamed together in a collective effort to win an early battle against the Bulls. But there is no rest for the weary in the NBA. You win the game, you get on a flight, and you go to Philly because the next night you take on a 76ers team with a lot of new faces. Last night was great, but last season is last season, and now there is a new task at hand. Win another ring.
Second night of the NBA's regular season brings the Heat to Philadelphia. Fresh off their 12-point victory against the Bulls, the defending 2-time champions now turn their attention to a team they have beaten 15 games in a row. And welcome everybody inside the Wells Fargo Center for the first of 3 meetings this season between the Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers. We always hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us. Heat basketball on Sunsports is presented by AT&T Uverse. And as the Heat take the floor, we say, good evening, LeBron James, and hello, South Florida. Oh, it counts from half court. Rayan. 9 triples in the quarter for Miami, and a 45-point quarter for the Heat. Oh, my.
Bury it, Ray. Every day, Ray. Yeah, baby. What a way to end the quarter.
Oh, Young and Hawes do not collaborate. Here comes James. Yes! Right hand crusher on the lob from Chalmers. Oh, that is a major league look-out below maneuver by LeBron James. His first point.
And then on the fast break, watch Chalmers waits to exactly the right moment to get it to his teammate.
The Sixers, they came back and won this thing.
Yeah, they seem to take every blow that Miami gave them, and they're almost so young. They don't know any better to be feeling down. They came out from the get-go and played fearless basketball, free and loose, very up-tempo. Even on made baskets, they were running the ball out. You see Hawes made some big shots down the stretch for them. This young guy, Michael Carter-Williams, made some big plays for the Sixers. Wound up having an incredible rookie debut. LeBron had some looks but couldn't finish. I thought the Heat got a little predictable running one-on-one from the toughest place on the floor out middle. Didn't have a lot of motion. Everyone kind of locked in on LeBron and made it tough for him to get a good look. Shea not able to finish there, and the Sixers just made the plays down the stretch that they had to make. Miami desperate, having to take really tough contested threes.
Yeah, again, when you get these kind of games, they're really all about makes and misses, and unfortunately, Miami down the stretch just couldn't make, and most of the shots they took, they missed. They went through a stretch, John, for 4.5 minutes where they did not score a field goal, and that really was the difference in the game. We show you now the game summary brought to you by Esurance. And, John, what stands out here? Field goal percentage, about 50% each. The three-pointers, Miami certainly hit a lot.
Making a lot of three-point shots, too, which is not necessarily his game. He was able to finish here at the rim, get the first bucket for the Heat after they were trailing by 19. And then when he starts knocking down this shot, he is almost impossible to guard. He went 4 of 7 overall beyond the arc. Making those three-pointers, you have to guard him even closer. Then he can beat you with that lightning first step like we saw there. He also did a good job of distributing the ball. He had 13 assists to go along with some of those long balls and 4 turnovers, but 13 assists, so did a good job setting everybody else up. Sixers running by him, almost daring him at times to shoot that 3-ball.
Yeah, and it seemed, too, in this game, and something we haven't touched on, John, is that Dwayne Wade did not play, had some soreness in his knee, so Coach Spoelstra decided to rest him. And it looked like LeBron and Chris Bosh Bosh, who we're going to talk about now, had 22 points, 10 rebounds. Seemed to kind of pick up that slack in those second and third quarters when Miami did fall behind early.
Yeah, they did, and that's what all-stars do. And I thought Bosh just showed how tight his jumper is right now. He looked awfully comfortable. Here's a strong move going to the rim, but he did most of his damage in that, 12 to 16-foot range, battling on the glass, too. He had a double-double, his first one of the year with 10 boards, 3 offensive rebounds, but just so good shooting the basketball. This one beyond the arc for one of his 2 3 balls and putting the ball down on the deck, using his speed and quickness to get around Spencer Hawes, the Philadelphia 76er there. So Ray Allen also was a huge factor, Will. Did a great job coming off the bench. He was one of those bench guys that really turned the game around, I thought, in the second and third quarter.
And he went through a stretch where he hit 4 threes in a row, including about a 46-footer, John. And that's when he kind of had that look like, okay, I can't miss right now. When Ray gets in that rhythm and he gets that stroke going, it's a beautiful thing to see.
It sure is. He rebounded the ball well, too. 6 rebounds for him, but so good beyond the arc. Legs always set, ready to shoot. And here's that long one you were referencing earlier. Nothing but cord, and look at the pose right there.
And look at the stats on this one. You see the balance there, 25. You look at the stat line, Johnny, you say to yourself, most nights Miami will win the basketball game.
I mean, they wind up having 7 different guys. Check that, 6 different players in double figures.
Too kind for Miami tonight. If you want to watch a replay of tonight's game, turn to Sunsports at midnight, not too far from now, and also tomorrow at noon. Heat basketball, as we mentioned, returns to Sunsports Friday when the Heat take on the Brooklyn Nets. Heat Live delivered by Papa John's. John and I will be right here with the crew starting at 7:30, taking you up to that game. This has been a presentation of Sunsports, your exclusive home of Miami Heat basketball. For John Crotty, I'm Will Manso saying thanks for watching. Here now, let's end it with the final take.
Give a hell of a show. You might have heard, but you don't even know. Danger Flow got the whole crowd losing control. Long days, hard nights, cause we on the road. Every step brings us closer to our goal. Never be another clone, cause we broke the mold. And we facing each and every challenge toe to toe. Driving down the lane.